My question to you is: Do you feel? Do you feel like crime is down?
Mm,
I mean, how do you feel? Let me ask Crystal first. Crystal,
hmm.
do you feel like
Why
crime is
you
down?
hold on?
Because
How
you
we
said
got
you knew. That's why I asked you first.
no, but
And
why am
late
I
and late
excited?
ladies
First
first.
time out. This is not the topic. What's
No,
this?
no, there's something that was on my mind, and I saw they said crime is down 28%. So I'm asking you, do you feel like crime, in your opinion, do you feel safe? Do you feel like crime is down as a female, as a beautiful young female? Do
As
you
a
feel like crime
woman?
is
As
as
a
a woman?
woman?
Yeah.
Um, I don't I don't have any thoughts on it. All
Okay,
I
let
can
me.
tell people is to be safe.
So that's a politically correct answer. Cohen, how do you feel? Do you feel crime is down? I mean, not saying. Okay, there's two things. We know what the statistics say, but I'm saying overall, how do you feel in an environment with all these murders happening? Do you feel like it's down? Because you could feel one way, and another thing could be true.
Hmm.
Oh,
I feel as though I don't think much has changed, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like when we'll really notice it is like during high crime periods like Christmas or certain holidays and stuff like that. When everything like nothing going on now is easy for it to seem like it dropped. And then for the most part, crime really impacts certain classes of people more than others. You know what I mean? A lot of the killings that we used to see, they they guys who out on bail for murder and then someone else come out and kill them, and a lot of it is retaliation killings. You know what I
So
mean? So I
people
ain't
don't really
really
think what's the because once the police say you're known to police, people just a lot of people tune out from that and they say, oh, he's a bad boy.
yeah, a
but
lot. But once you kill before, whatever happened to you, that's on you.
Mm.
I ain't care, to be honest.
I can hop too long. My final question on this, because I can hop too long on this, because this just is something on my mind. My other question to this is: do you think there's a disparity when it comes to? Let me take this off the screen. When it comes to when men are murdered versus when women are murdered, because so far I think we have up to 41, and there were a few females that lost their lost their lives. But then you hear all the people saying, we need to do something, this gender-based violence or whatever. But a lot of men are being taken out, but you don't hear the same passion. At least I don't see the same passion. Do you think there's a double standard, or do you feel that one gender is more valued than the other? I get
I
this.
don't think I don't think it has anything to do with the value because
With that, you got cut out just now.
you back.
Yeah, I
I don't
back now.
I don't think that's the case because
Someone said crime may be down compared to statistics, but it feels like we're in a war zone. I I, I agree. Can't you know,
someone asked me to get to the topic.
for that. Let me go to the topic right now. Let's answer that as it relates to women and men. Sadly, we have a mother and daughter, and
I
mother.
don't, I don't, I don't think. Sorry, I don't think so. I think what happens is, people look at. They're not. The outcry isn't about your gender. The outcry is about whether, because if it's a man who was out on bail for murder or armed robbery or something, I mean, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I mean, you still feel sad for their family, their loved ones, but that's you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But I mean, most women are not criminals. Or when they say they were victims or whatever, it isn't
Mm,
that oh they were out on bail for murder or something, or you
mm,
never hear that. And I
mm.
think that's more the criteria rather than gender, as
Okay.
for who gets an outcry or who doesn't.
Mm.
Because
Cohen?
there are men
Sorry.
that were killed. Um, the guy that was killed. I'm trying to remember his name.
No, you have to say go ahead. You don't call no names, but go on.
Yeah, and everybody, there was a big outcry because he was never known to police or anything like that. Everybody knew
Mm.
him. He was big in the community and everything, well known guy. There was a lot of outcry when he was killed.
Um, this is
Mm.
as it should, because men is doing more crime, so them dying, people see it as retaliations. Pretty much on the line with you, Chris. You can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much
yeah.
in line with what you were saying. Cohen, what do you feel?
It's that's just how it is. Most crimes, men will be at the forefront. And I think everybody knows a man who went to jail or committed some type of crime because of a woman. When I say because of, I mean a woman putting pressure on a guy, so he end up doing something stupid. It's still on him, but she's an accomplice. But they can never look at that side. You know what I mean? So even if the guy is responsible for crime or at the forefront, they're going to be the ones who get most of the brunt. Even if there's
Mhm.
a woman behind the scenes, ain't nobody know. You know what I mean? So regardless, and then on top of that, women are more protected. I mean, as they should be. Women will be more protected than men. That's just reality of the world we live in. That's always been like that.
Do you think
So
that we're kind of desensitized when because men are killed with killing mass and more numbers? It kind of become more desensitized than when a woman is killed. I mean, could that be one of the reasons why we go crazy when you hear a woman is murdered?
yeah, that should be a big part of it because, like you say, women are not seen as defenseless, but men being the stronger of the sex and stuff like that, it will be more of a outcry for women, especially over here where I honestly think most of the killings or crimes are happening by repeat offenders. You know what I mean?
Mm.
These ain't people who new to this or anything like that. So it's going to be hard for people to be empathetic to them or their families when
I
y'all
think.
been hiding this person, he ready been to jail, get bailed out over and over again. Like people ain't gonna be empathetic towards that.
And my last question, it was the last question on crime. Maybe more the way we go into our topic. Last question. Last question on crime is if a man is accused of rape, is he guilty until proven innocent in the Bahamas, or is he innocent until proven guilty in the court of public opinion? Because it seems that, I mean, I show you all here, but it's being called whatever. But it seems that the person is already being crucified in the court of public opinion. So, do you think it's in the Bahamas once a woman says you raped me? Do you think that they're treated as guilty until proven innocent? The accused, not the accuser, the accused.
Crystal, you could go.
I don't I don't think, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, but historically, who has I mean, it's not like in the US where if you're accused of something, that's it for you. I mean, there's life. I mean, life doesn't even stop over here
Mm.
if you're accused of rape.
So what you mean? Okay, okay.
Life, who's been, I mean, I can't think of it. I can't even think of anyone.
Uh, Cole, you have anything to say that before we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you closer, I guess, like Crystal was saying, she may not know anyone, so it would be hard for her to say. She can think of someone whose life has been impacted to that point because of it. But
I think
shoot,
there's
even
more. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry,
no, that's okay. That's okay, man. What you was gonna say?
but I think it's more stigma for people that report it than for people that are
Hmm.
actually accused of it here.
Mm. I
Mm.
think for the most part, and I mean anywhere, and I guess that's one of the things I do hate about court systems around the world. I've never seen a woman who came back and said, I lied. They never get any type of punishment, whether it's community service, whether they get some of the time the man spent in jail. Like, even if it comes out and says, okay, I lied, the reputation of that man, even with dating even with around their family or other people, when you get to meet new people, all of that, it is impacted. You may still be able to get a job, but the societal impact with building
Your reputation takes a
relationships or
hit.
meeting people, your reputation is finished from that point on. It can
Yeah.
be hard for you to date. Like it just is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the first what we supposed to be talking about. That's a detour. All right. Here's the question. All right. Don't say that yet. Look at the question. And all
That's an
right.
easy one.
So why'd you breaking up with me? Why?
Look, man.
Why? Okay, so you gonna break up with me because of my son?
I was trying to teach him right from wrong. Look at man, give me this gun, dog. What you mean? What you say?
I said,
That's what.
So you gonna break up with
Man,
me
he think
because
this shit
of my
funny, man.
child?
Listen, I'm
He's
trying
just
to
a
work with you,
child.
man. He's bad, dog.
He just need a little guidance, man.
Hey,
Like
sit your
don't.
ass down.
That's a petty reason to break
Man, I
up with
can't do
somebody.
what
I
you
ain't gonna
do, man.
lie.
This is too much,
How?
man.
Oh, why
Your
over
kid.
a
It's too
10-year-old?
fucking- your kid is
Over
too
a
fucking
10-year-old.
bad. Where's that?
Over
at?
a
I can't do
10-year-old.
this. Stick with
Over
my
a 10. Okay.
Just as the clip was, he was dating this girl, but her son is rude and disrespectful to him. So the question is, if you started to date someone and the child of your significant other is rude and disrespectful to you, would that be a deal breaker, or can you see yourself still being with that person? Let me get Crystal go first. I want to hear what Crystal got to say.
I mean, just to you specifically, to nobody else.
No, you just said you and your significant other in a relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that
They're being
okay?
rude
So
to
the
you. They're
child
being rude
isn't
to you. They're being rude to you.
right, but they're not rude to anybody else.
Yeah, that's rude in general. The child is rude. Everybody.
I mean, first of all, anything could be a deal breaker. Dating is about preferences, so if it doesn't fit, you don't have to stay.
No, I know,
If
but
you-
would that be a deal breaker for you?
if the person has a rude child,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if that would be a deal breaker because don't know how old the child is. It might be a small child,
Eight.
8,
8-year-old boy.
and he's rude to everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's easy for me to answer, but okay, Cohen, because Crystal is the one of them nice people. If you dealing with a girl,
No, because
mhm,
everyone has an okay. You mean like what? Okay, if I
so you
encounter a
correct right
child like I encounter a child like what was on that video.
rude to
That's
you, yeah, rude. You come in there. Why is this woman over here again, Daddy? Why is she here again? Like loud, like they don't just,
and they rude and they're only rude to me or they rude to everyone.
we talking about you come to the house now and how
Sometimes people no, but sometimes kids could be rude to when their parents start to date. You know that, right?
They rude to
realize
you.
that, right?
Hold on. I think you trying.
That's why I asked if the child is rude to everyone.
You come over now. It's 10 o'clock in the night. You come over because you don't want to come you don't come over too early because they're trying to put. You come there, the boy's still up, and they say, "Don, Daddy, why she come here? Look here." And then he trying to put him. Go ahead, Junior, go to bed. And he's soft for the little boy too, and he being rude.
You know what? I don't even know why I'm entertaining this because you could have a rude adult in your house. Like, go on.
Oh Jesus. Cohen. She's
I
trying to
don't
be.
even know why. I try to
Nice.
be.
You too nice. Cohen, you dealing with this girl. You dating this guy, right?
You heard what I said, right?
No, I didn't hear what you say.
I said I don't know why I'm trying to be nice because if I go to someone's house that I'm dating and an adult is there, like a relative or someone, they're rude. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. So if an adult is rude, judge a child. I go on.
All right, that's a deal breaker. Okay, finally. That's a wrap for you. You ain't playing with that. Go on. What you saying?
Hell no. I ain't even, because then you can't even discipline the child to that point
That's what I
anyway.
was getting
That's
at.
that's number one. Yeah, your authority ain't gonna be there. And then they can choose their kid over you regard. I ain't dealing with that. The back
No,
and forth and all, I ain't
exactly.
dealing with that.
That's what I was thinking.
I ain't care what the situation is. I ain't care if the child daddy's still in his life and he jealous of the new guy coming over. I don't care if he rude to everyone. I don't care if he just don't like me. I out. Ain't nothing. Go be someone else headache. I ain't dealing with
I agree. I agree.
that.
All right. Here's my. See, I tell you, we soon finish because it's almost 9 o'clock. I tell you, I ain't hanging up tonight. All right. Here's my next. I want you all. Hold on. Let me move this. Okay. Here's my next question. And Crystal, I go to you first. Not the next question, not that. Here's the next question.
You've been coming to me first all from you.
All right,
start.
Cohen, I come to you first, Cohen. All right. Hold on. Don't answer yet. All right. Look at this right
What
quick.
is the best way to handle when you see a red flag?
Do not try to make it anything other than a red flag. I think sometimes people see a red flag, notice it, like, oh, you know what, that kind of, don't try to paint it any other color. Just acknowledge it as a red flag. That doesn't necessarily mean you got to cut the person off, because it might be early on. Maybe you don't understand the situation. You don't have enough clarity to really make a decision at this point. Take into account, take note of it.
Call a thing a thing.
Exactly. Call it for what it is.
It
Don't
can quack like a duck and it walk like a duck.
It might be a duck.
It's a red flag.
What is the best?
The question is, when dating someone, like in the infancy stages, and you see certain red flags, why do you think people, men and women, why do men and women ignore red flags? Cohen, you go
Well,
first. No,
I think the
You come next.
first. I think the first issue is most people don't know how to recognize red flags. Some people so used to, I hate the word, toxic relationships or horrible situations that certain things seem like the norm. You know what I mean? Like I had a relationship, a past relationship before where it started off good, but then there was arguing a lot. And the girl I was dating was like, "Oh, it's normal to argue in relationship." Yeah, but not to this frequency. Like that, that don't make sense to me, and that's a problem. So, yeah, some a lot of people don't recognize red flags, and then two, it depends on if their discipline overpowers their desire or not. To be honest, some guys they think with their third leg. So regardless if this girl is a red flag, if she have a nice body, that's all they thinking about. You know, a girl who may, and men and women go through stuff like that where they may desire a relationship or they want to be with someone so bad that you know what, this ain't really that bad. Like people convince themselves that it ain't as bad as it is when they're infatuated, and I think that that may be a lot of the reason or a majority of the reason why people ignore or don't even recognize red flags.
You, Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Cohen said. Infatuation is what clouds people's judgment and gets people to ignore red flags.
In your opinion, lastly, what are some of the red flags we tend to most people tend to ignore? Like, give me two red flags people tend to ignore. Well, I'll name one. A red flag I see